Good evening, VIPs, class of 2022, family, staff, and friends. That's right. As you all know, we are gathered here to witness and celebrate the graduation ceremony of you, our very much loved senior class. Yeah. Thank you all for being with us this evening. My name's Michael Horn. I'm the principal here at VIP High School. Thank you. Now, our executive director, Ann Cochran, sends her regrets. She couldn't make it this evening. We had a little bit of a tumble and fall during rehearsal earlier. Ann is fine, just hurt her knee a bit, but she sends her regards, and I know that she's here in spirit. Let's give her a big round of applause for all the hard work she did with your seniors over this past year and a half. So first of all, I want to congratulate our class of 2022 parents and guardians. Parents and guardians, would you please stand so we can give you a round of applause as well? Parents and guardians, throughout the myriad changes and crises you've weathered with us, many of you enrolled our kids in VIP in August of 2018. You've trusted us by taking a leap of faith into an untried school adventure with a questionable future. Yet you looked beyond our challenges to find a hidden something that was substantive and important, and you stood by us as we eventually stepped up to acquire our current dream-come-true Northridge facility, an unimaginably difficult feat to accomplish. So, by the way, all of us at VIP's community need to offer up another thank you to our recently retired and now world-traveling Robert Moore, who steered that task to successful fruition. Thank you, Robert Moore. So, parents, thank you so very much for being patient and expansive thinkers and for standing in unison behind our college-going mission and fervent desire to find the best within each and every student. These are indeed incredibly troubling times in our nation's collective daily life. But rather than being dismayed, at VIP we've been inspired by seeing so many people in our school, culture of diverse backgrounds, coming together with such a high and sustained level of community-spirited engagement. And in spite of all of these facilities-based and even much larger pandemic-based upheavals, throughout our staff and faculty's efforts to quickly pivot in order to deliver a viable distance learning program over 3 semesters to your students with, let's face it, no advanced warning or preparation, your high level of goodwill and support and partnership with us have been peerless and so very much appreciated. Thank you again, parents, guardians, and families. Speaking of families, let's not overlook our grandparents here tonight. I know there are certainly some of you who have traveled from near and far to join us on this happy occasion. Grandparents, would you also please stand so we could give you a big round of applause? We can meet, acknowledge, and recognize and congratulate you. Thank you, grandparents. Much of this room certainly wouldn't be here without you. But above all, we thank you, VIP class of 2022, for your remarkable contributions to our little high school. None of us would be gathered here today without your noteworthy dedication in helping us grow and develop, your willingness to look beyond some of the obvious negatives as we moved into some nondescript beige bungalows situated on the edge of an unknown to most of us LAUSD campus in a tricky-to-access Valley location. 2022 grads, your college acceptances and matriculation results are nothing short of stupendous, not to mention your superlative engagement with its trying process. VIP has become quickly well-represented in colleges and universities all across this nation. From arts and liberal arts colleges and the best public universities to highly selective private institutions and even into other countries. Our students are in Paris, Spain, Canada, Great Britain. We couldn't be more excited to see what wonderful things your futures hold and hope you'll always look back at our little school with some fondness as you move on to greater and greater heights. Also, a huge thank you goes out to Mrs. Catherine Wilbert for her planning and execution there she is, Her planning and execution of all of our senior events, including today's graduation ceremonies, as well as our senior class advisory teachers who helped all of these students make it across the finish line. That's Miss Ariel Kim. Stand up, Ariel. Mr. David Hall. And Mr. Chris Suter. And thank you to everyone who serves on the faculty and staff of VIP High School. Would each of you on the VIP High School roster please rise and let us offer a heartfelt thank you for a collective job well done during a very difficult time in education. Speaking of putting forth noteworthy effort as well as providing financial support today and always, we owe a significant debt of gratitude to our Parent Booster Club. That's our Friends of Parents in Partnership group, as well as to so many additional senior class parents who volunteered, supported, and donated. Too numerous to individually name, lest I unintentionally omit someone. To all of you, thank you very much. But there's one parent in particular that we must publicly recognize this evening. For 4 years, ever since her daughter entered our Chatsworth classrooms as a new freshman, the whole family unit having left a well-established campus and social life at the Buckley School to take a big old chance on little us. It sort of boggles my mind if you really want to know the truth. But they heard our message and acted on a calling, and here we are at the end of a 4-year-long partnership and friendship after all is said and done. I will honestly say I wonder if we'd actually be sitting here together tonight without Heather Weingarten's moral support, heart, and enthusiasm. Heather, could you please come up to the stage? Right here. That's okay, right here. Heather, we'll hope you accept our sincere thank you. Would you please accept this meager plaque as a too simple symbol of our utmost gratitude for your empathetic ear and steadfast encouragement in the faces of so many constant wolves howling at the door, your love, friendship, and ability to slide in and always be an integral member of our team. Somehow I know you'll continue to be with us in spirit and or real form. Thank you all from us in this auditorium. Thank you very much, Heather Weingarten. And now, I'd like to invite to the stage some of the people that you're here tonight to actually see. 4 of tonight's 8 student speakers. Mehar Madan, who will attend UCLA. Bo Sampson, who will matriculate to the New York Film Academy. And Danny Biasini and Kalia Lyman, both of whom will travel far together to attend college at the American University of Paris. Give them a big round of applause.
Hi. Okay. Remember when we laid in bed and logged into our Zoom classes? When we all just sat and wore our pajamas and had lots of acne and turned off our cameras so no one can see how we look so bad. In our final year of high school, we came back to school. Still have that acne, but we can wear a mask to cover it if we want. But look how far we've come after 2 years of social distance learning and being quarantined in our house. We actually made it. It's not a Zoom graduation. We're here in real life, and isn't that amazing? We can finally come together in person and celebrate all the hard work we have put into the last 4 years. This is the first real graduation after the pandemic, so let's truly enjoy this historical moment and look back at what we've been through. Over the past 3 years, a lot has happened. We went from laying in bed all day and talking to people on FaceTime to coming to school and talking to them in person. We can all agree that the last 3 years have not been easy, to say the least. No, let's be honest. The last 3 years have been kind of crazy, frustrating, and really stressful, and we went through a lot. But we all tried our best. Even when we were alone in our bedrooms, trying to learn, trying not to lose our minds, we tried our best. Even though it was hard not to go and see out our friends, we tried our best. Not only was it hard for us as a class, but it was hard for those who helped us along the way. Our teachers and those sitting in the stands also tried the best. And we made it. We all made it. Last year, did you ever think we would be able to come back to school? Did you ever think it would be possible to live a normal life again, where we could see each other and feel safe around each other? I didn't think it was possible, but I was wrong. The fact that we've slowly gone back to normal society proves that anything is possible. It proves that we can do anything, even a pandemic. It proves that no matter how difficult or impossible something seems, it can be conquered. Let's take a moment to thank those in the stands and our teachers who have helped us along the way. And I just want to say I love you to my mom and dad, and congratulations, class of 2022.
And then like imagine I do like a little Fred Astaire thing where I take it off. I kind of do like a little on my arm, like a little boom, and then I do that, and then I keep going. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Bo Sampson, and I've been a student at VIP High School for all 4 years. Let me take you back to the midst of a burning, palpable, sweltering, musty August of 2018, where I began my freshman year. Transitioning from middle school, where I'm a child who thinks of myself as an adult, to, well, a child who thinks of myself as an adult just with bleached hair and a slightly larger ego. However, when I began high school, it actually wasn't at VIP, but a school in downtown LA. I lasted 2 days. 2. The atmosphere, attitude, and accommodations between faculty and students were simply no good. I had no intention of picking up the smug air they were putting down, but I digress. You know, I'm just as much of a schmuck as the next guy, so I thought, hey, I'll just stick it out to the second semester. So after that first day, I called up my buddy, Judah Feig of Monique and Eric. Hi, Feig family. And he tells me, bro, there are like no students here. Just come now. Pause. Come now? Don't mind if I do. So I tell my father, Mark Sampson of the Sampson family, hi, family. And on my second day of school, my pops texts me and says I'm now enrolled and can start whenever I want. The next day, I make one of the greatest decisions of my life and become an official member of the VIP community. Yeah. And the sense of community was incredibly clear. A bunch of seemingly humble, genuine, and nonchalant kids who weren't afraid of being weird. It's beautiful. There I was, first or second day of school, and the principal, Mr. Horn, knew my first and last name and was giving me high fives. Meanwhile, I thought his name was Mr. Hunt. Okay, that one usually gets a standing O, but must be the early crowd. Anyway, fast forward through the raging hormones, crying spells, insecurities, and, of course, global pandemic, and I'm a senior. Fortunate enough to proudly stand by my fellow freaks of an ensemble cast, raised by all of you. Supporting characters of even larger freakishness and neuroses. I mean, what even is a dysfunctional family? As if there's a proper way for a family to function, or for a school surrogate family to function. But I couldn't be happier with this family. If there's one thing I learned throughout this time in my life, it was this. Why would I want to be a part of a club that doesn't want me as a member? As we all enter not even a new chapter, but a new story, we have to remember that. At the end of the day, we have to stick to our guns, stay confident, and just give love. By now, we know who we are and what we're made of. I highly doubt college is just high school part 2. And no matter what we do or where we go, we'll find our home, just like we all found a home at VIP. So here we go. Allow me to close this out with a quote from an all-time favorite TV show of mine, Steven Universe. Yeah. I don't need you to respect me, I respect me. I don't need you to love me, I love me. But I want you to know you could know me if you changed your mind. Keep on trucking, everyone. Thank you.
Hello, VIP class of 2022.
Tias and tios,
Mimas and peepaws,
gays and theys,
mommies and daddies,
speech and debaters,
and the ones who didn't want to fit in. We're Kalia Lyman.
and Danny Biazzini. And we're here today to give thanks and reminisce on the quirkiest last 4 years here at VIP. We want to start out by recognizing the amount of work and commitment put in by the faculty to keep this little school on its feet. Okay. The commitment that the admin has shown to create a safe place for students to express their academic wants and needs is truly admirable. And know that every student graduating here today can clearly see the love that you all have for education and mentorship and the occasional therapy sesh.
The VIP OGs remember our roots. They remember how we had to unite as a student body to make Chatsworth feel like home and forget the belligerent essence of a dusty, smoky, windy purgatory. But hey, in our sophomore year, we finally settled in and realized that the inner beauty outweighed the daily struggles of Chatsworth.
Fast forward March 2020, the pandemic hit and online schooling began. It was an adjustment for sure, but I think we can all agree that the thought of sitting in Mr. Suter's classroom, constantly being reminded that cats are better than humans, kept us logged on every day. And as we started our senior year in person at our wonderful, newly purchased estate, we were immediately hit with the inspiring spirit of our school. It was apparent that we were all so happy to be back. Ultimately, we want to congratulate VIP for finally making it out the hood.
Yeah. Make some noise if you feel like you didn't get enough attention at home. Whoa. So I see we have some liars in the crowd. And I know this based off of your guys' unhealthy attachments to Mr. Hall and Mr. Hanson. On a real note, though, we want to thank our teachers for consistently filling in for our parents during school hours and representing the therapists that we all should have gotten by sophomore year.
We're especially grateful for our mentor and king, Mr. William David Hall.
Oh. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you for always having our backs. And Miss Kim, much appreciation for making the most unbearable subject somewhat enjoyable.
Dr. Foldy, you truly made science an interesting and understandable subject, and you always knew the right days to play an episode of Animal Planet, if you guys know what I mean. This has been an exceptionally unique schooling experience. VIP offered the perfect equilibrium between personal freedom and academic structure. The administration allowed us a tremendous amount of agency in how we speak, how we dress, and most importantly, how we think. This is the only school that I've been to that highly encourages free thought. And that's what makes the students here so special, intelligent, and well-rounded with just a touch of egomania.
We've created a community here that's not as judgmental as other high schools, as long as you stay on our good side.
Yeah.
It's comfortable here. And while we're sad it's time to move on, we can confidently say that the class of 2022 is leaving here today with a better understanding of social, emotional, and academic independence. Thank you, VIP.
We love you, VIP.
We love
Thank
you.
you.
It is now my honor and privilege to introduce to you our Senior Class Award recipients, who learned earlier this week of their accolades at the Senior Class Luncheon. As I call your name, would the recipients please come to the stage as announced in order to receive your medals? First up is the Excellence in English Award. She'll be attending Brandeis University in the Boston area next fall. Finley Lasky Nielsen. He'll be studying aerospace engineering at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Prescott, Arizona. The Excellence in Mathematics Award goes to Roe Shemesh. He'll be matriculating to Tufts University in Boston. The Excellence in Music Award goes to Aiden Kramer. Keep across the stage. She's headed to UC San Diego. The Excellence in Science Award goes to Angel Choi. He'll be attending American University in Washington, D.C. For the Excellence in Social Studies Award, Cole Mathis. This next student will be attending Scripps College in Claremont, California. The Excellence in Speech and Debate Award goes to Bella Yarmark. For Excellence in Theater, she'll be enrolling at the University of the Pacific in Stockton, California, Elizabeth Piasecki. The Excellence in Visual Art Award will be going to a student who's attending UC Berkeley in the fall, Martha Tibbles. He's shipping up to Boston's Brandeis University. The Excellence in Communication Arts Award goes to River Samard. The Excellence in Leadership Award is going to a student who's excited to attend Washington University in St. Louis, Charlie Weingarten. The next award is going to two students. The Excellence in Community Service Award goes to two students who are both going to NYU in the fall, Jacob Lesson and Chelsea Thorpe. And finally, he'll be attending Bennington College in Vermont. The VIP award goes to Dev Wernick. Give them a round of applause. A hearty congratulations to each and every one of you for jobs well done. And now we'll be hearing from two more of our student speakers, River Samard and Aiden Kramer. River, come on up.
You know, just as I give some opening my speech banter, I thought a lot about teeth in, teeth out for tonight. Teeth are staying in. I gotta put them somewhere. There we go. A few weeks ago, I was at my final speech and debate competition, giving what I believe to be my final competitive speech after a 6-year career. And it felt weird, knowing that this was the end of an era. But that was a drop in the bucket compared to standing here in front of the class of 22, knowing this will be my last loud moment of high school. And for those of you who have experienced class with me at some point over the last 4 years, you know that's not a rare occurrence. For many, school is broken down into blocks. A few years in elementary, move to middle, and then high school. But as I look out on today's graduating class, I see faces I've known for nearly a decade. Many of us graduating today started attending school together in 5th grade at Calstein. Then we stuck together through the ILEAD era, and we continued to stick together through the last 4 years at VIP. A lot of us have been going to school together for 8 years, and as we walk across the stage together, those 8 chapters in our books will come to an end. But what an incredible series of chapters they were. Every single one of us will be taking a new path this fall, and to each, I wish you the best. And there's a lot that will change. For instance, saying "Ola, ola" to someone will most likely be interpreted as a greeting. If you see a man riding around on an electric scooter filming you, run. The next time I'm told to shut up probably won't be an endearing joke. And there's a lot we still need to learn, like how to get to class on time. But the next 4 years will be some of the best of our lives. With us going from Berkeley to Paris, VIP class of 22 is quite literally taking on the world. I couldn't be prouder to be walking today alongside all of you. As my time to speak comes to a close, I want to leave you all with a few parting words I first said to you about 4 years ago and have recited to you about twice a year since. Sometimes they may tell you to go to hell. Sometimes you might want to tell them you'll see them there. They may mock at you and say, "Oh, nice comeback." But never let them tell you to shut up. I love you all. Thank you for an incredible experience. I'll see you all at the reunion.
Wow. You gotta give me a second here, hold on. Okay. I didn't have time to prepare for this. I was too busy with my family. So while I'm doing this, I'll just give my little speech. Throughout my time at VIP, we've all gone through a lot of trials and tribulations together. Given and loss, relationships and breakups. But I want you all to know that through all of it, the one thing that we can all share as students of VIP is that we've all grown together in a similar environment, and that I know for a fact that every single one of us has walked the same line and will continue on the illustrious career they will have in the future. So, to commemorate the line that we have all walked, I have chosen to play the song Life by the Drop by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Hello there, my old friend. Not so long ago, till the end. You went outside in the pouring rain. All of the empty road, we started over again. You're living your dreams, oh, you won't stop. My mind is aching, Lord, it won't stop. That's how it happens, living life at the drop. Up and down that road in a worn out shoes, talking about good things and singing the blues. You and your and I'll stay behind. You know just a matter of time. You're living your dreams, oh, you won't stop. My mind is aching, Lord, it won't stop. That's how it happens, living life by the drop. No wasted time we're allowed today. Churn up the past, there's no easier way. Time's been between us, some means to an end. God, it's gonna be a walking together, my friend. Living your dreams. My mind is aching. That's how it happens, living life by the drop. That's how it happens, living life by the drop. That's how it happens, living life by the drop. Thank you.
I don't know how I became your roadie tonight.
Thank you. Right. Can we have our AP Capstone Diploma recipients come to the side, please? In 2020, VIP learned it had earned the distinction of joining only 2,000 schools around the world to be given the privilege of bestowing the AP Capstone Diploma. After 2 years of coursework, plus earning high scores on individual AP exams, VIP's class of 2022 marks the culmination of our first 2-year-long AP Capstone Diploma program. Our candidates for this special diploma, who will be notified by the College Board in July of their final outcomes, are as follows, including the colleges they will each attend. Matthew Adelstein, attending the University of Michigan. Aiden Kramer, attending Tufts University. Judah Feig, attending UC Berkeley. Valeria Gutman, attending Brandeis University. Isabella Yarmark, attending Scripps College. Jacob Lesson, attending New York University. Mehar Madan, attending UCLA. Chelsea Thorpe, attending New York University. Martha Tibbles, attending UC Berkeley. Kellen Watts, attending UC Berkeley. Charlie Weingarten, attending Washington University in St. Louis. And Dev Wernick, attending Bennington College. It has been an absolute pleasure teaching all of you for the last 2 years. You have worked so hard. We are so very proud of you. Congratulations. Yeah. And now I'd like to hand over the mic to our final 2 student speakers, Charlie Weingarten and Dev Wernick.
I promised myself I wasn't going to cry, but we'll see what happens. Hi, everyone. My name's Charlie Weingarten, and I have had the pleasure of going to VIP for all 4 years of my high school career. And what an interesting 4 years it has been. This school has gone through so many changes since I first stepped foot on our Chatsworth campus. Going from 10 small bungalows to my bedroom desk to finally an official campus to call our home is a lot to happen to a community in such a small amount of time. You know, I could go on and on about how much the school has changed my life, how amazing our teachers are here at the school, and how I wouldn't be where I am today, attending the college of my dreams, if it weren't for the love and support of the VIP community. But honestly, I'm here to say thank you to some very important people who have made my life, and all of our lives, for that matter, exponentially better. Thank you, Ann Cochran, who is not currently here. Thank you for not only helping me find the perfect college fit, but for supporting all of us through a very difficult and emotional time in all of our lives. You are the rock of this school, the reason for its existence, and you are certainly not thanked enough for all of the hard work you put into making our lives better out of the kindness of your own heart. Thank you, Mrs. Wilbert. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, there are no amount of words that I can say in this speech alone to express the amount of gratitude I have for everything you've done for me. I would not have survived Capstone or any math class in high school, for that matter, if it weren't for your gentle leadership and willingness to put up with me. You were there for me through the wins and the losses, the sad tears and the happy tears. And I know that you are going to make such an incredible mom because you already had plenty of practice parenting your research and stats kids. Thank you, Mr. Horn. So much of the work that you, give it up for Mr. Horn. So much of the work that you do for this school flies under the radar, and many of us don't understand the sheer amount of importance that is placed upon your shoulders. From running meetings for prospective students, touring families, filing paperwork that keeps us in business, and even teaching classes, you keep the school alive with little to no thanks because you are passionate about teaching, deep thinking, learning new subjects, and making a difference in all of our lives. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you to our wonderful senior advisors, Miss Kim, Mr. Suter, Mr. Hall, and basically Mr. Hansen. You four were so crucial to our college successes this year, and I am personally so grateful to have had you all as teachers as well as mentors. Thank you to our amazing staff members, teachers, and guidance counselors who keep the cogs of this school running every single day. Thank you to my teacher mentors, Mr. Hall and Dr. Foldy. Thank you to my wonderful senior team and student council, Grade Representative Wallace Sherman, Secretary Isabella Nastis, and members Tess Cooley, Tara Meridian, Liz Piasecki, and Nicholas Kagan. You guys were so vital to the success of the student council this year, and I am so grateful to have worked with each and every one of you. Thank you to my wonderful parents, Alex and Heather, for supporting me through my high school career. I'd like to give special thanks to my mom for her hard work and dedication to making sure that this school feels like home for all of us. Mom, you have done so much for us, and this school and FPIP will not be the same without you as president next year. I want to shout out all of VIP's Adada Riel students. Bella Yarmark, Tess Cooley, Dev Warnick, Judah Feig, Sophie Gray, Finley Lasky-Nielsen, and Jake Lesson. We started slinging bow and arrows with Chaim on the soccer field, and now here we are, back together, graduating high school. It has been amazing getting to grow with all of you talented people, and I cannot wait to see where we all end up in life because I know it's going to be somewhere incredible. Thank you to my amazing friends and partner for supporting and uplifting one another through this very hectic and weird year and all years to come. I love you all so much. Thank you to the senior class of 2022. We went through so much together, and now here we are, graduating high school, ready to go on to greater things. I could have never dreamed of becoming part of such a close, hardworking community of individuals. Everyone says that Gen Z is going to be the generation that changes the world, and I know that with people like us, it's going to be possible. Congratulations to everyone for making it and being done. Let's all snap it up, people, for the class of 2022.
I'm just going to take this off. I look like Pennywise in this thing, so. Okay. So a couple of weeks ago, I had the good fortune of traveling to Israel. Two of my best pals, Judah and Kellen, shout out. And we traveled there with the express purpose of studying the Holocaust. And while we were there, we met with a woman named Alice, who she spoke to us. And when she was 14, so think a freshman in high school, she was deported to Auschwitz. And she told us her story. And after Alice spoke, I went up to her, and I talked to her, and I thanked her. I thanked her for sharing her experiences with us. And I told her that we wouldn't let her life be forgotten. And she took my hand. And Alice took my hand, and she was smiling. I remember her smiling. She took my hand, and she told me how happy she was to be alive and how every day on earth was a blessing for her. And I wanted to start with that short anecdote because I feel like me coming up here and just telling everyone to be kind and happy would be kind of meaningless. I'm not an authority on kindness. I've lived a very privileged life. People have showered me with love and affection. It's actually really easy for me to be kind, but when you're somebody who's experienced the absolute depths of human evil and human sorrow, and you come out of it feeling even more of a responsibility to appreciate your life, even more of a responsibility to spread the happiness, well, then that message shines through to us with much more force and with far greater clarity. And so that's why I wanted to start with Alice's story. But I know sorrow as well. I've faced down my biggest fears. I've confronted them. I've occasionally been beaten by them. But I don't let the darkness extinguish what light may still exist. It inspires me, energizes me to go out and spread the happiness that I'm still so lucky to possess. I see the world around us, terror, the ignorance. We quarrel about the most insignificant things, candy bars and critical race theory, while children, students, my fellow peers, are having their lives taken from them every single day. When I wrote this on Friday, June 3rd, a week ago, there were 20 additional mass shootings since the tragedy at Uvalde. The number is probably higher by now, and we haven't seen anything about it. So I understand the want to just give up on the world sometimes, but we can't give in to that urge. Because while we're still lucky enough to be here, we have to show people that good is not dead. Good is alive in all of us, waiting to be tapped into. And it was author Ian Thomas who expressed these sentiments exactly, albeit in a much more eloquent fashion, when he said, "Be soft. Do not let the world make you hard. Do not let the pain make you hate. Take pride. that even though the rest of the world may disagree, you still believe it to be a beautiful place. Remember these words, and remember the words of Alice. Never underestimate the impact that you as one individual human being can have. My teachers and friends are probably oblivious to how many times they've cheered me up on a bad day, and all it takes is one joke, a little help in class, to make you feel lighter, more fortunate, happier to be here. Live a life of good, of generosity, of undying selflessness. Our parents aren't coming along to cater our every step anymore. It's up to you and you alone how strictly you'll abide by that timeless code. But before I go, to Miss Wilbert, Mr. Hall, Dr. Foldy, Mr. Horn, and Mr. Suter, thank you for opening my eyes to so many aspects of this world which need either saving or deserve greater appreciation than they currently possess. I'm a product of all of you. To the families of my friends, you have given me a second home, a safe haven, have made me feel accepted outside of my immediate tribe. You make me feel loved, important. My gratitude to you is incalculable. To my dearest friends, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the rides, for the vending machine waters, for the couches to crash on, the conversations late at night. Thank you for the memories which I'll hold so close to my heart for the rest of my days. But most importantly, thank you for providing the evidence I so often desperately need that loving, genuine, kind people do still exist on this planet. And to my family, you keep me alive, you keep me fed and well rested, you keep me wanting to do great in this world. I know I make mistakes sometimes, and you guys often bear the brunt of them, but I know I don't say it enough. I'm literally the luckiest human being on earth to have you guys with me when I get home. So thank you for that, folks. You are all the fuzz on my earlobe, the half moon on my thumbnail, a part of me forever. You are my everything. And I'd like to end now with a quote from the late, great author Kurt Vonnegut, who once powerfully asserted, "We are here on earth to fart around, and don't let anybody tell you different." So, as my final message as a high schooler, I wish to say to you, friends, family, with complete adoration and absolute candor, let's get gassy. Thank you. We did it, Joe. We did it.
Hello, everyone. That's my name. My name is, as she said, Stephanie, last name Riley. I am the Director of Counseling at VIP High School. Loves it. All right, so what I get to do right now is say this wonderful little sentence. Okay, as the school counselor, I certify that these seniors have successfully completed the graduation requirements prescribed by the California Department of Education. You did it! Woo! Congratulations. We're going to start.
And finally, now for the distribution of diplomas. Now, parents and guardians, we do have our own photographer on site. You've seen working hard all evening. Next week, we will be emailing you a link to photographs. You can download one for free. There are additional packages you can purchase. There'll also be a link to our video. So we ask that you please remain in your seats. Please remain in your seats so that you don't disrupt the flow of the ceremony, and our professional photographer can get a great shot of every student. So diplomas will be awarded in alphabetical order. Again, we ask that you remain in your seats. But again, be ready to cheer when your student's name is announced. Woo! All right. Starting us off is Matthew Adelstein. Isabel Anastas. Peter Archiga Sanchez. Eli Bonner. Aeon Bantu. Derek Bastidas. Morgan Bendoni. Danny Biasini. Remy Boole. Dylan Bryson. Angel Choi. Yep. Alana Choatson Jenner. Samantha Choatson Jenner. Tasha Cook. Tess Cooley. Aiden Kramer. Maya Derry. Judah Feig. Enrico Vincenzo Garcia. Zachary Gavin. Jacob Governman. Sophie Gray. Adi Grimberg. Valeria Gutman. Julianne Hall. Angelica Ivanov. Isabella Yarmark. Alexandra Jordan. Nicholas Kagan. Loza Kadana Mariam. Finley Lasky Nielsen. Jacob Lesson. Angela Lopez. Stella Lungen. Kalia Lyman. Mehar Madan. Brian Mancia. Gabriel Martin. Cole Mathis. Giovanni Moner. Tara Muradian. August Motan. Everett Nellis. Jacob Nod. Nadine Ochoa. Matteo Pescioni. Elizabeth Piasecki. Yeva Pippin. Valentina Prenzena. Ainsley Rafter. Mabel Rayner. Dylan Redmond. Isaiah Reyes. Bo Sampson. Roe Shemesh. Wallace Sherman. River Samard. Hannah Stein. Chelsea Thorpe. Martha Tibbles. Sydney Tweedley. Aaliyah Vafai Janbahan. Vanessa Valdivinos. Kellen Watts. Charlie Weingarten. Dev Vernick. Alexa Wiseman. All right, graduates, please rise. Can we get lights on in the audience? Make sure your tassels are on the right side of your caps. Right side of your caps. When I say you're going to move those tassels to the left side and be graduates of VIP High School. Pause for suspense. Move those tassels to the left. You've now graduated high school. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you VIP's now graduated class of 2022. Congratulations to each and every one of you. That's it, everyone. What a joyous occasion. Good night. Please stay seated while our graduates file out. Pomp and circumstance, hit it.